Vancouver here. Thanks for tuning into my channel today. If you are not already a subscriber, I would love it if you would just hit that subscribe button down there at the bottom, and don't forget to hit the notification bell too so that you'll be notified when I post another video. I'm going to try something fun today. Can't take credit for this idea at all. I found it on a Facebook watch video of crafty ideas. So I don't know whose idea it was, but I think it's probably cool. So if you don't recognize what this is a salad spinner or lettuce dryer, or I've heard it called, but I always call it a salad spinner. And what they did in the video is I think they just used some round pieces of cardboard and put it in the bottom of the spinner and then dropped some acrylic paint without any kind of pouring medium in it, and spun it and created some really cool looking discs. But I'm going to actually use, as you can see here, some DVDs, shine that glare there for you, some DVDs that I don't watch or listen to or use at all. So I'm going to do those. I know they have the hole in the middle and I'm okay with that. This is just a fun experiment. So I'm going to use the DecoArt Ready to Pour paints that I picked out. I've got 4 DVDs here that I'm going to pour on, one at a time of course, and spin. And I've picked out 4 different color combinations that I'm going to use on these. Oh, that's a really great glove. I just literally pulled the thumb off that glove. Just going to use 4 colors for each disc that I kind of liked the looks of, looking at them on my little shelves, going, what appeals to me today? These are really awful gloves. That'll teach me to never ever buy gloves from the dollar store ever again. But I'm not going to waste this one. We'll use it. My hands are washable. Alright, so for this first one, I'm going to use the burnt umber. And give these all little shakes. I'm just going to put a little bit on each disc. Certainly don't need a lot of paint for this. I don't care if this salad spinner obviously gets wrecked by the paint, because I don't ever use it. I kind of had forgotten to have it, and then I saw this video and went, oh, I think I still have that. Let's go see. So not sure exactly how much paint to put on this. Well, again, it's just a fun experiment, but let's see what happens. This is a pretty big salad spinner. I know you can get different sizes of them. So we'll see what we can create in here. All right, let's put the lid on. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see what happens while it's spinning, because of course the lid's going to cover it. But let's put the lid on and let's see what happens. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm hoping you can see in there. Let me just bring this up for you to look at. In there, that's pretty cool. Just going to give it one little bit more of a spin to try to get this one area of the canvas, or the canvas, of the discs covered. Maybe I'll add just a bit more paint. Slightly bit more of the raw umber, I think. Just a few drops. And we'll see if that is enough to cover everything. All right. There we go. That's pretty cool. I'm going to leave that one as is. I like it. See if I can lift it out of here carefully enough. Might be easier if I just take this out for a second. There we go. So there's a close-up of that. That's pretty awesome looking. So I'm just going to put this on a little cup. I already set up some cups here to rest them on. Okay, I'm excited about that. This is fun. All right, let's do another one. Put the basket back in the right way. Put the next disc on. The cool thing about having the hole in the disc, of course, is that there's a little bump in the middle of the basket here that sits, because it sits on a little prong in the middle of the outer basket so that it can spin. But so it creates it, makes the disc sit nice and flat. Okay, let's do the next color. So the next colors I'm using pink. And lemon. And aquamarine. And blue violet. And again, these are all the Deco Art ready to, fluid art ready to pour paints. Ooh, this one's going to be pretty, I think. All right, are we ready? Let's go. Oh yeah, that one's awesome. I really like that one. We do seem to get these little areas where the paint doesn't want to cover the disc part, but that's okay. It's a little blob with the finger there. Little touch. Okay, I'm really liking that one too. Let me just pull it out and I'll show it to you. It's just easier to do it this way. So there's the next one. That's pretty awesome. This is so much fun. You can make some really cool things, designs with these on the wall, you know, especially if you use the same colors on several discs, but they all turn out different, you know, however you layer them, and with a different, you know, spray spin pattern. Let me just grab a paper towel. Okay, let's do another one. I haven't covered the other side of the discs that show the label and what the disc is about at this point in time, because like I said, this is just an experiment and I just wanted to have some fun. If I really like them and decide to keep them, then I can always paint or cover over the back some other way. So next combination, we've got True Blue, and Ivory. I'm getting very, very low on white in all my brands and colors, or brands of paint for sure, and haven't figured out a way to get that replaced yet, because Michaels won't ship paint from what I'm seeing online, plus they're out of a lot of things. Even the dollar store with their not great quality selection of paints had hardly anything left of any color, never mind white or black or anything simple like that. Oh, sorry, this one is the deep turquoise. And then, anyway, so I'm getting pretty low on white. I have very little, if anything, left. In fact, I have a little bit left of the Artist Loft ready to pour white, and that is it. This one is the Sky Blue. And the last color in this group is the... Oh, I used them all, sorry. I got them all. All right, so there's the 4 in that one. Okay, let's do this. Oh, that one's pretty. That one's nice. Let's lift this one up and I'll show it to you. So I'm just going to touch a little there to get a little bit of the disc covered that wasn't covered. You can make a pretty cool mobile or something with these too, especially if you did both sides. Okay, so there is the 3rd one. Pretty awesome. All right, let's do the last one. These are awful, awful gloves, but it's hard to get gloves at any other stores too, so I bought these when I was at the dollar store recently. And I'm going to show you at the end of this video some things I bought at the dollar store, because I was getting, believe it or not, a little bit anxious that I'm kind of getting low on canvases. And again, I could get Michaels to ship and deliver, but decided not to do that. went to the dollar store and bought some canvases and some other fun things to pour over, but we'll get to that at the end of this video. Okay, last grouping of colors, we've got emerald green, and we've got fuchsia, which I don't have a lot left of. And we've got navy. This is going to be a dark one, I think. And we've got mint green. That mint will pop, brighten it up a little. All right, let's do this. Ready? What did we get? Woo, that's psychedelic looking. All right, just gonna pop it a little bit to fill in where the disc didn't quite get covered. And I could put some more paint on here, I guess, if I wanted to make sure the disc got covered really, really well, but I'm happy with the amounts I used. Just touching with my finger fills it in, so no big deal. But this is pretty fun. This might be my new most fun, exciting toy. So, all right, just pull that one out so I can show it to you. And there is the last one. These are pretty cool. I mean, the possibilities are endless if you think about this. You could use certain colors and make these into like Christmas ornaments, or you could use, you know, certain colors to make a wind chime, or not a wind chime, but a mobile type thing. And, you know, in a baby's room, obviously not where the baby could grab it, but certainly where the baby could see it and be, you know, enthralled with it. You could do so many infinite color combinations. So much fun. So I'm just going to move that out of the way and take off these horrible gloves so that I can show you some of the fun stuff I got at the dollar store that I'll be doing videos with soon. Alright, so one of my most exciting things is finding some wood shapes to paint on. So this one is, as you can see, a big butterfly. I painted it black already as a base, but I have some plans for that. And I learned a great technique from Canela Sirocco Art, one of my favorite channels to follow, about taping the back of the painting, or the wood object, I mean, so that when you're done your painting, you can peel this off and the back will be nice and clean. So I learned that from her, and I'm very happy that I did it and it worked out well. So there's that butterfly. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do with it yet. I do know what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to tell you what that is. Well, it will be a little surprise. And then Canela just recently did an amazing, huge unicorn that she got from her wood guy, as she calls them, in Ontario, where she lives, and Ontario, Canada. And anyways, she did it with resins, and it looks absolutely amazing. I think it was sold before it was even dry. So I was looking for just some fun figures. So like I said, I found that butterfly, and then I found these little unicorns. So these are obviously all the same, but there is the little unicorn. Very, very cute. I may or may not highlight the little eyelashes and little main definitions there once I pour it over it. I haven't 100% decided what I'm going to do with these particular guys, which technique I'm going to do. But again, I did the taping off the back so that it's going to be all nice and clean when I'm done. So I bought 3 of these. So I'm going to use probably the same technique, but maybe different colors on them. I haven't decided yet. But again, pretty excited about those. And then one of the other things I bought is this mortar and pestle. Very, very nice, actually. Now I'm almost thinking, I'm not sure if I want to pour over it, but if I do, I will 100% protect the inside of this. And if I do go over the pestle mortar, forget which part is which, then I will have to absolutely seal it with food grade sealer, because if somebody ever actually did want to buy this and use it as a mortar and pestle, then they has to be food safe. But again, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to actually pour over this one now, but I bought it with that intention. We'll see what happens. The other thing I bought are these other very thin butterflies. And these butterflies, they are in 2 pieces. So you have your flat butterfly, but then you have the other part that's like the lower half of the wings that slot together like so. And then they, oops, do that again. There we go. And then they sit upright. They stand upright. So I have no idea what technique I'm going to use on those yet. But, and I think I'd have to glue the bottom on because it keeps coming off. And then the other fun thing, they had these little styrofoam creatures, and they came with little pack of markers to color them, but I'm not going to color them, of course, because I'm going to pour over them. So they had like bunnies and bears, but they also had this little bull with little horns, which I thought was adorable. So yeah, I'm going to pour over him. I think I'm going to be using red, orange, and yellow at the suggestion of my daughter. So, or I might end up trying to go natural color so he almost looks real. But either way, I think he's very adorable and very cute. So very excited about the things I've got now to pour over. Plus I did buy canvases from the dollar store. And yes, I know they're not 100%, they're not the best quality. But right now, with this pandemic and having to stay self-isolating, and I am single and don't have any pets, and although yes, I'm in daily contact with friends and family, it's quite not the same thing, and I'm now on day 30 of being unemployed and self-isolating. So for me, this painting and pouring and doing fun things like those discs is saving my sanity. So I think that's it for today, but I'm going to just pause for a sec actually, and then I'll bring you in for a close-up on those discs. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back, so let's bring you in for a close-up on those discs. So this was the first one I did, so there is a little bit of disc showing there. I should have maybe put a bit more paint then, but again, this is experiments, it's fun. I can fill that in if I need to or want to. So that is the first one. There won't be any cells in these because I didn't put any silicone, and you don't get cells with these ready-made paints, at least not that I've discovered. So if I do some more, because I'm sure I have more discs and stuff around of things I don't watch or listen to, but if I do any more of these discs, I'll put some silicone in some of the colors and see what happens there. And then here is the second one I did. I think this one is probably my favorite, partly because it's got that deep violet in, and I love deep violet, but I like the bright spring colors in this one. And then here is the third one, and I think this one is my second favorite because I do like blues also. Again, very, very pretty, and didn't get overwhelmed with some of the darker colors. And then this is the last one. Very interesting looking, unusual looking. Certainly wouldn't be my favorite, but definitely would appeal to some people. I'm sure everyone's got different tastes, and that's the great thing about art, is it's very subjective and very personal. So what I like you may not like, and what you like I may not like, and then sometimes we'll either not like or like some things together. It's all good in my opinion. So thanks very much for watching, and like I said, if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, I hope that you will hit that subscribe button down there at the bottom and the notification bell too, so that you can know when I post my next video. Have a good day, stay safe, stay healthy.